Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I'm here with a different video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to open up your MacBook Pro or MacBook Pro 13-inch. This applies to iCore 3, iCore 5 or iCore 7. This one is a 2016, I believe. It's the model, let me guess, is a1708 EMC 2978. Alright. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to take it apart and we're going to remove the heatsink and repaste. And while we do that, I'm going to show you guys all the components and where they're located and if you can upgrade them or not. So let's get into it. First thing first, you want to flip it over and we want to remove all the screws at the bottom cover. The only screw set I love is the iFix set tools. These are one of the best sets that they have. I really recommend you guys to get one of these, and I'll leave the link in the description. They have all the opening tools, prying tools. We're gonna be using this one, a whole bunch of bits from here. Let's start from the bottom cover. For the bottom cover, we're gonna be using P5. Let's try P5. Yep, a P5 screw head. The two corner ones at the back by the hinges are a little bit longer. The front corners are the little bit shorter than the back ones. And the two mid on the front are the shorter one. So three different sizes of screws. Try to not put them in the wrong place. Alright, once you remove all the screws at the bottom, you wanna this one comes on a sliding way, so you wanna slide it towards the front. Again, we're gonna go to the tool set. You're gonna grab the suction cup right here. Alright, what we're gonna do with the suction cup, we wanna put it in the front side. Let's rotate this one right here, and we want to lift it a little bit. And you can use a prying tool, or if you have fingernails, you can run your fingernails. Don't let it go down. And you want to lift up just halfway through. You're gonna hear a click. There's a clips right there. Once you get that one, we want to go all the way to the other side. And we want to lift it up a little bit, not too much, and we want to hear the other clip. There are two clips under here, they're just pressure clips. You want to lift those two. Once you have it halfway through here, now your laptop is like almost halfway open. What you want to do, we want to slide it towards yourself. So grab it and slide this corner. You want to see opening right there, and do the same thing on the other side, and there we have it. These are the clips that they actually go right underneath these aluminum covers right here. So if you try to lift it up, you're gonna bend and rip apart these clips right there. And the side clips are these ones right here. Alright, now that we got this open, alright, what we want to do right now, first thing first, we want to remove the battery. This is the other ribbon. The battery cable goes right through here. So remove this cover, just kind of isolating cover. Next, we want to remove this screw right underneath. But before we do that, we're going to remove this ribbon right here. And we can't just pull it out. We have actually to lift up this clip right over. To remove it, just put this pliers right there and lift up this cover straight up 90 degrees. I don't know if you can see that. That's been removed 90 degrees up. Once you have this plastic 90 degrees facing up, just slide this ribbon cable out. Now we're gonna remove this screw right here. And this one is a different bit, So we're gonna be using a torque number 6 R6. Nope, that's too much. So it's R5 T5. Remove this flat screw. Now next we want to lift up this metal because this is the contact for the battery. Just lift up a little bit, not too much. As you can see, there's a contact right at the bottom. Right. Once we got that open, we want to remove this ribbon cable that goes to the keyboard and all the rest. There's a bracket right here. We want to remove this bracket, 2 screws holding it. Same screwdriver is a T5. So remove that. Again, use your, whatever you call this, to lift up this contact. Just like that. Try not to bend the ribbon cables, just keep them like that. Next, we don't want to remove this board right here. We don't need to. Next thing we need to remove, it's the contacts for the speakers. As we did for the, in the same way that we removed this ribbon cable right here, there's the same contact right here. Lift up this tape, lift up the plastic, and remove the 2 screws. The screws won't come out. If they do, don't worry about it, just leave them like that. And then lift up the speakers, pull it out inward a little bit, and I think I have to loosen up a little bit more. And now we can slide the ribbon cable out. There's your right or left speaker. We need to do the same thing for the other speaker. There's 3 screws holding on this side. Same thing. Remove the tape, lift up the cover, and slide out the ribbon cable right there. And loosen up the screws. Again, the screws, they don't come out. Leave them there. Just try to do a few turns and leave them there. If yours, oh look, this one came out. If it comes out, don't worry about it. Just leave it on top so you don't mismatch them. Because there's a tiny plastic thing that's supposed to hold them. The plastic thing stayed on the keyboard here. You can actually rip it apart or take it apart and put it right over the screw. There. This thing is supposed to go inside. So you can actually remove the screw and place this. You can place this rubber band over. And just a little bit of pushing right there, and it will go in nice and snugly right there. So if you got that came out, just put it in place, put the screw right there, and it will stay in place nicely. Alright, that's your other speaker. Next, we need to remove the SSD drive right here. Sometimes you're gonna see a tape over here, just like this one. So you wanna rip this tape apart. You can just trash them. I don't know why they have this, a warranty tape or something. I'm guessing this is, I have no idea why they have this one. Alright, remove these 2 screws to remove the SSD drive. And the SSD drive will come out sliding. You have to slide it out. there we have it. The model number is at the back. This one is 128 gig. Put that to one side. Alright. Next, we want to remove this cover right here on the left side. There's a two tiny screws holding it. And I'm guessing that's T3. I'm guessing. Yep, it's a T3 screw. They're really tiny. So remove those and lift up this cover. There is the cover. Next, we want to remove these two screws and this bracket right here. Once we remove these two screws, there's gonna be this bracket will come out too. It's the same with T3 screws. So remove that. Remove this. Remove the bracket over. Now we're gonna remove this bracket right here. This is the flex cable for the screen. Same screw bit. Right there. Once you remove that, same thing. Use your pliers to lift up the jack. Just loosen it up. Remove two Wi-Fi cables right here. Just put the thing underneath. Now we're gonna remove the motherboard, or before that, let's remove this cover right here for this flex cable that goes all the way to headphone jack. And that one is back again to T5. Alright, so if you guys can see how am I putting all this stuff, so I put everything with their own screws, so I don't actually have to look around for them. Right, now that we remove this, same thing. Remove the flex cable right over. There. Now we need to remove this screw right here, which is holding the heatsink. So remove this tiny screw beside those big three screws. Alright. Now we're gonna remove the motherboard. The screws on the motherboard. Starting from this end, there's one screw right there. This screw is just rotating. It's not coming out. It should come out. I'm guessing the base is broken. Alright, let's remove this ribbon cable that goes to the backlight, I'm guessing, or something like that. So lift up, pull out. This screw didn't come out. Yours should come out. I don't know why mine is not coming out. So let's go ahead and remove the other screw. The screw by the Wi-Fi cables. And the screw right here on this corner by the USB-C. Alright, now we can go ahead and lift up. You guys must remove this screw. I don't know why mine is stuck with the motherboard. Once you lift up this side a little bit, you want to slide it out so you can pull out this jack. Otherwise you're going to bend and break your USB-C port. So remove it just like that. There we go. Okay, now I see why mine didn't come out. If you see on here, my riser from the main base is stuck to the board, so the riser should be there. So I'm gonna use the pliers. I'm gonna remove this riser and I'm gonna screw it back in there. So let's go ahead and pinch this riser right there. Now that we remove that one over there, we gotta screw this riser back in place. It may cost you a little bit of work. This is hard to grab these ones. Now that we have the riser in place, we can grab them. We can put the rest again. If you want to change your battery, you have to remove the screws right here. And this plastic, they have a double-sided tape on the other side, so it's kind of hard to remove. If you want to remove the fan, 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and remove this ribbon cable, and you can replace your fan if you need to. And the rest is right there. I'm not gonna go into more detail. All right, now we're gonna grab the motherboard. Remember, the motherboard was right here. The heatsink is in this position, so we couldn't remove the heatsink because the X bracket or X clamp or whatever bracket they have is on the other side. I have no idea why they did this. They could have just easily put 2 screws here, but I guess they want to make your life miserable. So we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna remove these 4 screws on the bracket right here. And there we have it. Now we're gonna rotate, and we can go ahead and lift up the heatsink. And there we have the heatsink. Now what we're gonna do, we wanna clean up the heatsink and place the new thermal paste. So I already removed the thermal paste. I was doing this video and my video crashed, and I did clean it up with an alcohol and with a working towel, and I added a new thermal paste. The thermal paste, you just put like a little bit of line on the middle die and tiny drop on the other die and 1 tiny drop on the other die. I'm just gonna clean up all this thermal paste here. This is one of a really good thermal paste. I don't want to waste it. I just put it right there. So let's go ahead and clean up the thermal paste. We can't just leave it like that. Alright, if this rubber thing comes out, just put it back in place. Just kind of. Now we're gonna put the thermal paste that I removed on the main die. Alright, die beside it. Right there. I would recommend to grab these clips and just bend them a little bit like this so you get more tension. So make sure you bend them in the same height and same angle, both of them. So bend both of them together, put them beside each other and bend them together so you get even pressure on both sides. Now we're gonna grab the heatsink and grab the motherboard and put it nice and evenly on top. And once you put it, don't lift it up. Hold it. And you're gonna put it just like I'm holding it with 2 fingers right there with a pressure. And what you want to do, this process is very important that you do like this. You want to put one of the screws on one of the X clamps first. Let's say this one right here. Put it not too tight, but put it down. Okay. And grab this other side. Let me see something. Yeah. Put the other clamp right there on the back side. And put the screw for the other one. And right in the opposite side. Just like that. Now that we can actually push this one down. And we can go ahead and put this other one. The RAMs are not upgradable. You cannot upgrade the RAM on this one. The RAMs are right under this cover. Those are the RAM blocks. You can't upgrade those. So you're stuck with the RAM that they gave you. There's a RAMs right here and RAMs right on the other side. Alright. Now that we have the heatsink in place, run again this garbage thing that they have here. We're gonna grab the motherboard. The computer, the laptop. Now you're gonna put everything back in place. First thing first, you wanna stick down the USB-C side down. Slide it all the way in. And make sure your Wi-Fi cables are not underneath. Any other flex cable are not in the way, disturbing you. And make sure this flex cable on this side. And there's one right underneath there. There we have it. It's nicely in place. Alright. What do you want to do? You want to start putting the screws for the motherboard. We're not going to tighten them up. We're going to put them loosely. Alright. Once it's in place, make sure it's nice and toggled. Once you have all the screws, even the screws by the heatsink at the far end. Once that thing is in, now we can start screwing everything back in place. I'm guessing that I'm missing a screw right over here. No, this is for the clip right there. Bracket. Now go ahead and tighten up all the screws. Now that we have tightened up the screw, we're gonna start by putting this clip in. Just press it down. Slide this ribbon cable right underneath, but make sure you lift up the jack. And close the jack right there. So make sure you have that in place. What else we have here? The Wi-Fi antenna cables. Just put them over on top and press it down. You just push down. Put the ribbon cable for the keyboard. We're not gonna put this one right now. We're gonna plug in this ribbon cable for the screen. Let's put the bracket for the LCD screen, and this one is T what? I'm guessing it's a T3. I have no idea why they make such a small screws. It's so hard to put them in there. Try not to drink any coffee in the morning if you want to do this. Alright. There's one, I put the bracket right where the bridge is. I call that a bridge. I don't know. Whatever name you guys want to call it. Alright, now we got those in. And the rest should be really easy. Let's put the corner bracket for the hinges. Right there. Put the 2 screws for that. There we go. Now we're gonna put the bracket for the audio jack. The shorter screw goes over here where the riser is. And the longer screw goes where the motherboard is. And this one is a T5. There we go. Now next we're gonna put the speakers. Now the speaker, slide the speaker magnets down there first. Now we're gonna slide down the ribbon cable. Hold it in place. Close the cover. Put the 3 screws, tighten up the 3 screws. Alright. Same thing on the, before we put the right speaker, we need to put the SSD drive. Now most people, they make a mistake. Once they put it in here, they accidentally slide the speaker and the SSD drive under the clip right there. It will not work. It has to go right in between these 2 gaps. Has to go right there. And you're gonna push it inward. You wanna hear that click. If you don't hear that click, then you're doing something wrong. Once you have it in there, put the 2 screws. Alright, now we can go ahead and put down the speaker on this side. Before I put it down all the way in, I'm just gonna try to push down the ribbon cable at the same time. Now we can put the 2 screws. We're gonna grab the bracket for the ribbon cable right here. Alright, there we go. Now we're gonna do the last part. We're gonna put the bracket, the cable for the battery right there. Put it slowly, align it, and screw it nice and tightly in place. Now this is very important. This ribbon cable has to go evenly into this jack. Make sure you lift up the jack, goes in, and close the lid. And there we have it. Now you can go ahead and put this one or trash this one. I don't know why do we even have this. Nothing's gonna happen. You can put the tape over here or just leave it like that. I don't know, I'm just not gonna put it. And pretty much we are done here. Let me move this to a side so it's not disturbing me. So double check everything, make sure everything is in place, the clips and everything the rest. Now we're gonna grab the top cover. We're gonna grab the top cover and we wanna slide down the hinge side inward with a little bit of offset. Just like that. And once we slide it in place, now we can go ahead and push these two sides. You hear those two clicks? And pretty much we are all set. Now we're gonna grab our P5 bit. Remember the two longer ones are the two corners by the hinges. And the two mediums front corners. And the two front ones obviously are the shorter ones. I'm sure this one didn't come with any battery charged in, so there should be no charge on here. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys liked it, click that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or comments, you know where to leave them. So let me see. No, there's no battery. So I'm gonna charge this one up for a bit. It shows that there is no charge. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see. It did show up right now. It's not showing. I'm just gonna plug it in. There we go. So there's no battery right there. So I'm gonna charge it up and we should be done. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video.